This is one of the most vivid stories, parables in the gospel. And though long, it's one that we hear, and we hear so often, I think, especially around the theme of reconciliation, that it's easy to think we understand it fully. And yet every time you read it or hear it read, it comes alive a little bit more. I know in telling and preaching on this, I've spoken before of the image that comes to mind every time I read this story, and that's that of the time my sister ran away with her boyfriend, and she was 14, and she was gone all night, and there were cops in the house, and all sorts of things. But the point that stands out to me is when she got home. And my parents were scared to death and not a little bit angry. They asked her, "Karen, why did you do this?" She said, "Well, I knew we had broken curfew and we knew you'd be mad. And so I was scared and didn't think I could come home." And my father looked astonished and very gently said, "Karen, no matter what you do, you can always come home. You can always come home." And though the struggles with her and her boyfriend between them and my parents didn't just end that day, there was this sense of certainty in our house, and one that I carried with me from the age of 8, that there was no unforgivable sin. So let's look at the setup today. Did you hear it? 2 questions. Why did Jesus tell the story? That has to do with the setup. And did the older brother ever go into the party? Jesus was talking with tax collectors and known sinners, eating with them. And the goody two-shoes of their religious tradition were angry, shocked. Jesus told this story to tell those people who were self-righteous and believed they were better than everyone else to grow up. Jesus told this story not simply to speak about the boy who came to his senses and realized that he had drifted and sinned. The boy who came back not looking to be made an equal in the family again, just looking for something to eat. The story isn't really about him, although it is beautiful to know that you can always come home. It's beautiful to know that your father was standing on the hill looking out for you for all the time you were gone. And he saw you when you were still a long ways away and ran to you. For it's beautiful to know that despite what we do, most times a parent's love is always there for us. The story is about the Father, and it's about his limitless supply of care and concern and love for his children. And we should take from that some deep sense that God always loves us. God is always voting for us, pulling for us, calling us back. God will always welcome us home. The story is really about the second son. Jesus is talking to the Pharisees and the scribes. He's talking to those who believed they were better than everyone else, the ones who lived their life perfectly. And he was saying, you have some forgiveness required as well. Your hard heart, your willingness to look down on others, your ability to discern all that is broken in someone else's life, but not celebrate when they turn a corner, your capacity to count who got what in our family life, it's not of God. For God stands on the brow of the hill looking for those who have sinned, those who have erred, those who have drifted away, looking for them to come back. It's fascinating. I love that the story doesn't tell us if the older son came in. We know the younger son was lost and is found. Though dutiful and always at home and doing everything his father told him, the older son is still lost. St. Paul tells us in our second reading to the Corinthians that we are called to be ambassadors for Christ. Each and every one of us, every Christian. And what is an ambassador? An ambassador is someone who represents someone else. An alter ego, someone who acts and does anything that the person they are missionaries for or emissaries for acts as they would and do. And so when we're told that we are to be ambassadors for Christ, we are to be like Christ. We are to be people who sit down with the broken and notice them and look them in their eyes and see their pain. We're people who are called to say not yes to the sin, but yes to the sinner. We're people who are called to bring hope and new life and rebirth in the relationships of our lives. We're called to do so with joy. We can be judging but not judgmental. And we shouldn't count. Lord, I've been good. Why did he get that? Lord, I've been good. She doesn't deserve that. That is so beneath us. For if we live fully in the knowledge that not only has he or she been saved, so have we. If we live fully in the knowledge that we have all sinned, that we all continue to sin, that we all have our, however good we try to be, we all have our pettiness, our littleness, the ways that we are just locked up, and that God has the grace for us to let it all go, so that we too can be welcomed into the party. The warning on this Laetare Sunday for each and every one of us is we have a choice. We can stand with the Pharisees and look down on Jesus and question his motives, or we can sit with Jesus, with the other sinners, and know his welcome and his compassion. If we do that, if we accept it, we are more than ready to be it and live as true ambassadors of the one who set us free.